my little Patines. Hello beta, this is Kanchan, your English teacher. We are going to read chapter number 3, The Story of Aakash by Lalita Shridhar. This is a story about a little boy, Aakash. His name was Ramu. So have a look on the story. Let's start the story.
The sky holds many wonderful things. One day, Ramu also came across one of the wonders of the sky. Let's read the story in the words of Aakash.
In this story, Ramu came to know one of the wonder of the sky, one of the surprise he saw one day. So what was the surprise? Yes, beta.
Aakash, or the sky. Rambhadra Narayana Murthy was a very big name for a very little boy.
Rambhadra Narayana was a little boy, but his name was very big, and his nickname was Ramu.
I remember him as Ramu, which was what everybody called him. He lived in a small village near the foot of a mountain. His home was a mud hut with a thatched roof.
This is called a thatched roof, as we have discussed in word meaning also. What do you mean by thatched? Thatched, it is covered with the roof which is covered with dried straws.
He had helped his family build it.
And Ramu helped his father, his family members to build the thatched roof. Here he is helping him. His
Ramu
father
wore a cotton dhoti and a simple vest. He herded and milked his father's.
Herded means herd, it's a group of animals. He used to graze the animals in the field.
Cows and collected firewood.
He used to collect the firewood. Firewood means it's a wood that is used to for the firing, to fire something.
He was a playful boy who loved to climb trees and play in the expansive green fields.
See, this is a expansive. Spelling of expensive is A-X-P-A-N-S-I-V. It's not costly as expensive. Expensive means he used to run on the wide area.
He relished the hot gruel his mother cooked.
Relish means he enjoyed the hot gruel. Gruel means it's a dish that is made up of oats, boiling oats in water or milk. So he used to enjoy that dish, gruel.
Cooked for him on a simmering coal fire.
Simmering coal fire. Simmering means low fire. On a low fire that dish was made and he relished that dish. He enjoyed that dish.
One day, Ramu's father sent him on an errand. He was to go to the next village to bring some medicines from the doctor for his sick granny and get back as soon as he could.
One day what happened? His father ordered Ramu to go to other village and bring medicines for his sick grandmother.
Remember, Ramu, his father said, you must return home right after the job is done. No dilly-dallying. There is a solar eclipse today and
No dilly-dallying. Dilly-dallying means don't do late. Means don't get late for doing something. It means taking too long time to do something. So don't take too long time to do it. You must have to finish your work and came back to home.
And you must not be outside under any circumstances. Go fast. Ramu interrupted his father with a child's curiosity. Why is it?
He was very curious. He just wanted to know, what is this solar eclipse? Is it harmful?
Is it dangerous, father? During an eclipse, the rays reaching the earth are harmful.
Now his father is explaining, during eclipse what happened, the rays of the sun are very harmful for our eyesight.
As the sun is not so strong, one is tempted to look at it directly, which can result in losing the eyesight. So I want you indoors well before noon, when the eclipse can be sighted. Run as...
So his father is saying, I just want you to be indoor, to be at home only while the solar eclipse will happen.
as fast as your legs can carry you. I must finish my work in the field. The wizened old man nodded as if he had not heard it all before.
The wizened. Wizened means a man who is having a wrinkle on its face due to old age. That wizened man asked him, I don't have medicine. I have to go to forest to bring some herbs.
He prepared the special medicine he always made for frail grannies, constant and awful too.
Frail granny means frail. It's a weak granny. So he was preparing that medicine for that weak granny.
Toothache. The problem was he went off to search for the herbs in the jungle nearby and did not return for an hour and a half.
What happened? That old man went to jungle to bring that medicine, but he did not return within 1 hour.
Poor Ramu was getting very, very tense indeed. When finally the old man returned, he spent
In fact, Ramu was very scared at that time. He was waiting for the old man.
another
Finally, when he
15
came
minutes
back,
pounding and grinding a variety of little
pounding means beating something very hardly, and that makes a noise. So
green herbs and dried
here he is pounding the herbs and making medicines for the old granny.
nuts. When he had finished, Ramu gave him the bag of grains which his father had sent as payment.
So as a payment, he gave him a little grains.
And shot off as fast as his legs could carry him.
Now he was trying to go back as fast as he can.
No matter how fast he ran, he could not keep up with time, which was now close to noon.
He was trying to reach at home, but he could not.
Suddenly, he realized he was being followed. This particular stretch of the mud path was lonely, and he knew there were robbers roaming in search of passers-by. Would they take away the silver anklet I'm wearing? He thought.
He thought at that time, on this path there must be the robbers who will take my anklets.
Menacing footsteps echoed from the bend behind him, and poor Ramu was
Echoed means a sound that comes back.
petrified. He hurriedly crouched behind a thick bush and hoped his heart was not beating too.
Crouched means put one's leg, bending one's leg near to the ground. It's a situation in which one bends one's legs near to the ground. Then he crouched on the ground and he hid himself.
Too loud. Then he looked up at me, Aakash, and prayed hard for a miracle, though he had not realized.
Now he was praying for the miracle because he got scared from the robbers as well as from the solar eclipse.
Realized it, the eclipse was almost total by then, and the whole world was growing dark at noon. Ramu had the miracle he wanted.
So at that time he was waiting for the miracle.
I watched with pride the replay of the beautiful drama that had happened many times before. The moon, which rotates round the earth, and the
See, what is solar eclipse? As we know, the moon which rotates round the earth and
the earth that rotates round the sun fell
the earth which rotates round the sun. Finally, what happened?
fell in line with the sun. The shadow of the moon covered the sun, and the earth.
The shadow of the moon, it totally covers the sun. Now the rays of the sun were cut off and there's a totally darkness on the
Earth turned dark because the sun's rays were cut off. Ramu was too scared to even look up at the sky. He heard the robbers right next to him as he peered from the corner of his eye. Oh dear, he thought.
He was looking the robbers, they were approaching him, but he closed his eyes. After some time, what happened?
The sky has become dark. This must be the eclipse. He shut
now
his...
he is thinking the sky is becoming dark. Now it must be a solar eclipse.
his eyes tight as he heard the robbers stumble away, mumbling blindly in the dark, sounding confused and nervous. Now Ramu's heart wondered. With his head full of questions, Ramu raced back to his worried parents. If
His head was full of questions. What question was he having at that time? He was thinking, what was it? What wonder has happened with me?
If only he could have seen the pale moon moving away from the sun, he would have known the eclipse was ending and it would not be seen again for a long time.
He knew it very well. This solar eclipse would not happen for a long years.
That night, Ramu lay on a charpoy in his open courtyard. He gazed at the countless stars that sparkled in the inky black sky, and
He was looking into the sky. He was trying to count these stars.
then he talked to me. It was a one-sided
He talked to me. To whom with Ramu talking with? He was talking with the sky, Akash.
conversation
That's why the name of the story is The Story of Akash. Here Ramu is talking with Akash, with the sky.
because I
So
could not reply. Anyhow, this is what he said. I wonder what is up there, so far away. So many stars, the moon, the sun, and the sky.
here's Ramu is wondering what is in the sky, the stars, the moon.
How would they look from a close distance? Someday, I want to go up and find out. It is little children like Ramu and their very big dreams that are so special about Mother Earth.
It was his dream that one day I will go in the sky. I will look all these, the sun, the moon nearby.
Many, many years later, man actually walked on the moon. Now, gadgets which the humans call satellites whiz past me. They have telescopes, cameras, computers, and sometimes even humans on them. They try
Now we have these kind of technologies. We have a gadgets, we have a
very
camera, we
hard
have a
to
satellites.
understand everything about me. They know that I am infinite. I have no beginning
Who is I here? They know I am infinite. I means the sky is infinite.
and no end. I know humans will keep discovering more and more about me. I am waiting and watching for every such discovery. That too
Here the sky wants the human that they should discover the more and more about me. About me means about the sky, Akash.
will make another nice story.
So this is all about the story of Akash, in which solar eclipse is explained. Okay, and one miracle was happened with Ramu at that time. So beta read this story once again and do MCQ in book and question answer in notebook. Have a nice day. Thank you so much, beta.